Hello Cancer, kia ora koutou katoa, welcome to my YouTube channel, and thank you also for those of you who have subscribed to my channel, left me a comment or let me know that it's resonated with you with a thumbs up or a like. So I do appreciate that sort of feedback, or any sort of feedback actually, even if it's not resonating with you. If you feel like you want to let me know, that's fine too. So anyway, this is for October 2021. So I'm recording this is the 29th of September actually, that I'm recording this. So yeah, we'll working from there. So anyway, I wanted to get these done. I'm not sure where they're going from. It's kind of like being a hold up somewhere along the line there, maybe with some of yous, or a gap or a space in time where I'm just like wondering what is going on, because they start to get these messages going really quite quickly. So I don't know, there seems to be like maybe some of you may be stuck with words or trying to get something out, because I'm just trying to say, get something flowing or going. So there may be this stoppy starty sort of a energy around you at the moment, or maybe it's not for you. You may not be maybe it's not there right now, but it may be coming. And so I'm just going to pick this card up, and I'm going to take that card because it was the only one that was landed on the floor. So I'm just going to take it because I do feel like it's right, and it's like, oh, okay, this is the right card to share with you. Okay, anyway, so back to the beginning. We're back to my intro. So this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Okay, here we go. Now let me see. I've got it a little bit backward. Okay, I've just like something is slow or keeps like something not for some of you like it keeps like interfering or slowing things down. It may be that you're feeling like there's something blocking the way or getting in the way, but I do feel like they're just saying, Spirit are just saying, be patient. Okay, Cancer. So anyway, we're going to do, I was just going to say, we're going to do a 5-card spread, but these two popped out at the together. So this is like the 5, so those two are going to be together. Okay. Now, and I just wanted to also remind everybody that the messages that come through here are general. So it may not resonate with you. If it does, that's wonderful. If it's not, just check out whether it does or not. Just check out what your other signs are saying for you to give you a little bit more of a full overview about what could be going on for you next month, and just giving you that little bit of a heads up. So as like I say, where this is the 29th, so the next month is pretty much here, and this energy is, I feel like for some of you this energy may have already started and it's flowing over into September. So October, from September into October. So there may have obviously been some of you here with this first card here is a definitely yes. There's something there. And so obviously, and I'm saying obviously because some of you may have put out for something an answer or a question for something, and the answer to your question is a strong yes that is coming through with the unicorns from here. So this is a Doreen Virtue unicorn deck that is that I'm using here, and I'm going to use the dragon cards to work with these cards as well. So the next card here is creative. Draw, paint, think, and act in creative ways. So there may be something, and I feel like it's like that's coming up for you, an opportunity to give yourself some time to go into that space with whatever, following on with whatever this yes is. And I feel like some of you, it is actually literally just thinking outside of the box or outside of the square. So then we have the in reverse here, share. So when you share, everyone feels happy. So it's in reverse. So there may be a little bit of a block there, or a little bit of a hold up in sharing some information. There was also this card here is love from your parents, with the next card that is coming through. So some of you have got some energies who are coming through from Spirit that are that are in Spirit who are coming through, but I don't feel like it's only those ones. Some of you may have parents that are not in Spirit that are still maybe thinking of you. Okay, it's okay to be different, and also light. So it's okay to be different. You don't need to be like everyone else. You're perfect just as you are. So there may be something that's going on that you're working through, and you'll come to that conclusion maybe at the end of next month or before. And I love this one too, because light, You know, see the light within yourself and everyone else, okay? So, which is like, basically, it's okay to be different. It's whatever your buzz is your buzz, okay? So I'm just going to shuffle these, and I'm going to like take these, do this, my, the shuffle differently. Well, when I say shuffle, we're pulling the cards differently. So with the next lot, so these two want to come out, so I'm going to take that and that one. Okay, and that one wants to come out. There we go. So this is this is my Celtic Dragon Oracle deck that's up there, the deck cover. Okay, so it's kind of like a little bit disjointed. Something is a little bit disjointed or not clicking in, or, you know, in at the moment, for some of you, and maybe not all of you. So like I say, just, you know, take what does resonate and leave what doesn't. Okay, so here we go. Definitely yes. So you've put out for something in the future. And if some of you may have been, I feel like this may have been, like when I say in the future, some of you, like in the near future, some of you maybe asked this like literally yesterday, and some of you maybe like a week or so, and some of you may have been putting out for something like over a couple of months, and also some of you over a couple of years or maybe even longer. But it's like finally, I feel like some of a lot, you know, good portion of you who've put out for this like a little while ago. It's you know, especially it's like for those the likes of you, oh gosh, there is, you know, something is finally coming to fruition, and you're starting to see it more, feel it more, know it more, sense it more, that it's nearly there. Others of you, you know, it's like there's something like, say, literally yesterday, and you've seen something come through that's leading towards this definitely yes here. So it's kind of like, and I feel like those where they've put out something in the distance, you maybe have put it out again and asking, you know, like, gosh, when is this coming, or what is this about, or, you know, where to next, and you maybe put something out there and it's like, yes, that's, you know, you're on the right track, or yes, it is still coming, and you may have got another clue in order to go for the next step of what you need to do to get to where you want to be. So whatever it is, and some of you, I feel like it may have put out, you know, asked about, you know, starting a family and that sort of thing. So, and, you know, there is something about, you know, definite yes there. Creative. And, you know, with this one here is like, is under the Lovers, this card has come out there. So something is feeling really disjointed, and I feel like, or unsettled, and it's like grounding. So I want to say like ground yourself as well. Okay. And listening. Okay, now we're going back to this one. Definitely, yes. So you may have been through a little bit of hardship, or a little, not just financially, but energy-wise, health-wise, and also, you know, and family-wise. There may have been some things going on in the family where it may have been, you know, a little bit disjointed, and the things are starting to come together a bit more. So even like with the financial side of things, and yes, over here in New Zealand, we've had a little bit of disruption, or actually a lot, with the lockdown over here. And, you know, it may be this whole thing here that may have brought it up around the, you know, the health, wealth, and, you know, family and that sort of thing. So I feel like things are starting to like settle a bit, because I had a massive headache, and then it waned away, and then for some of you it's like it's created like a headache that's kind of like in the back of my head that's gone over. And so there's may have been a lot of mental and emotional stress that's been going on with whatever it is, whether you're in, you know, whatever area you are in New Zealand, you know, because I'm reading this from New Zealand, or wherever you are in the world, actually, really. So it's kind of like with whatever is going on with you. But I do feel like there's something that there may have been a little bit of a hold up there. There may have been some concern, or something not quite working out as well as what it could have been. But I feel like there's something like there is something is moving away out of that, because it's like, and there may have been some, it may have been arguments over money. It may have been arguments over possessions. It may have been arguments over a job or something. So some of you it may be like there is something, some of you may be talking about, it may be about work, walking away from work, a career, or your business, or making a shift in your business. And it's like, and maybe for some of you, it may be that you're looking at releasing that and letting that go in favor of a new job or a new career or a new business or something like that. And others of you, it will be about, leaving, your views about something. It could be happening at work as well, or something with the family, but there's something where there is some energy. I'm feeling the energy is shifting or moving in that way. So it's like you're able to move forward in a way where you're starting to see the light or something like, but I feel like this creative card has got something here to do, with being creative in the movements and the choices that you make and how you're doing things in the future. So there are lots of ways in which and I feel like that's what it has been about, for you, is looking at being creative in your career options and that, or opening new doors and things like that, or being creative in the way that you're cooking. So it could be to do with your eating regime or your exercise regime, whatever that is. So thinking outside of the square about what is going on for you. The Lovers card is underneath here. So what they're talking about here. And what I'm talking about too is, so for some of you, so it could be actually walking away from a relationship, or you could be walking away from some hard times within a relationship, and then finding and making more of a commitment to yourself as well as the relationship as well with the person that you are in love with. So there could be some, could have been some, tough times or some times that have been coming up within your relationship, whether it be a husband, partner, a spouse in some way, de facto relationship, whatever that is, a lover situation. I do also feel like there is something about you, like self-love as well, that is going into a new level of commitment with yourself, as in loving yourself in that sense too. So, and leaving, whatever that was, or walking away and letting go of whatever it is that was like, maybe have held yourself captive within the emotional side of things and that sort of thing. So definitely, so some of you, whatever that is, you may have asked, are we going to be all right? Blah, 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 whatever. Or is there someone else coming into my life? And so whatever that is, so there's some sort of movement with that, where there may have been a little bit of like time, or held up, you could say, or the uncertainty. But see, that headache is gone now, and that dithering, that indecisive sort of energy is gone now. It's like I'm feeling myself, being able to speak a bit clearer. So they're talking about that as being, what was going on there is starting to clear away, basically. So, but it's keeping your options and being creative in how you're going to do that. So so the Lovers here, it's not necessarily that for some of you that you are going to, or you are thinking of moving away, but outside of a relationship, there could be someone new coming in, whatever that is, because you're working through whatever it is, maybe a past relationship that you've moved out of. Others of you, like I say, it's about, the relationship that you're already in is like you finding a new sense of self or a new sense of selves and building on the commitment of your relationship that you're already in. Okay, so then we're going into share. So there may be something about, I'm hearing about sharing your dreams, sharing your wisdom, sharing your knowledge, but sharing your energy as well. There may be a little bit of a block in sharing, I'm hearing like energy and wisdom there. So, but sharing news. And so I'm hearing something about here, like, when you share, everyone feels happy. So there may be some secrets in that. So, or something where you're not wanting to share how you're feeling about a certain situation, or share an idea or an energy, your energy with something or someone. So but some people, there may be like whatever's going on here, it's about communicating what you need to know, so others, are not, kept in that need to know, or you maybe feel like you don't need them to know, or something like that. So there may be a little bit of feeling like, for some of you, it may be like, I don't want to tell them because they're going to go, blah, 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 and poo, poo, poo. But we have the Queen of Wands there. So she makes her, she's a very vibrant energy who is, quite gung-ho in a way, in the sense of she like gets shit done, basically. So I feel like there's something about movement and like sharing your ideas, whether it be, and you may be a little bit, shy of sharing your ideas because of what other people might think. but there's an idea, and it's like it's come for a reason. So even if you don't put it right out there, it may be that you're starting to take action, or take with making with these steps of being creative about how you're going to share it or bringing it together, because they've given me the scenario of like an idea where you may be doing a course or something, or an idea or where you may be wanting to hold a retreat, but how do I do that, or people might not want that, so or or a in a business idea that you've got, and it's like, well, there may be some self-doubt in there, and it's maybe coming from, that's maybe why you're not sharing it with certain people, because it's like it's going to create more self-doubt. But I feel this Queen of Wands is here to help push you past that barrier that you've put there for yourself, with whatever that is. I do feel like, because she makes, has that energy, and it can be quite overwhelming, the Wands energy when they get going, because there's that entrepreneurial side of things where they, a lot of the Wands energy that with what the messages that are coming through with this energy at the moment for you is, they can move quite quickly, and there is no fear of, pretty much there is no fear of or doubt in the sense that, it not working. And if something isn't quite working, they'll figure it out along the way. They're just going to take that leap of faith, or they're just going to give it a shot anyway. And if it fails, it fails. But then what is failure? So they're open mind about that. So, but and they'll get something going again, or they'll fix that or sort that out, tweak it into a way where it's going to serve well for the greater good of one and all. But it's going to, and not necessarily force it to work. But let's not just chuck this out right now. Let's see what is, the recipe might need to be, or the plan might need to be adapted a little bit, So that's where and not, not like I say, not necessarily to force it to make it work, but to just identify and find a solution, basically, and work from there to move it forward. But she's like moving, I feel like this is you in a way, moving towards, bringing out that business side of you, or that, that higher vibrational energy to get something going, or high energy just to like get going and doing something. So she's bringing that energy into like whatever it is to share your idea. Don't hold it back. Don't, and if you're feeling a little bit confronting that you might be, it may be confronting something with yourself while you're sharing that. So what is that about you? Why are you getting emotional about it? People might actually be giving you good sound advice, and it may be that and what I'm hearing is you don't need to necessarily take that information right now and run it, but it's like you may have already thought about that, and it's like, and they're confirming it for you. So it's not, you're at the end of the day, you are at your own, you have control and choices, and that what you choose to do with that. But with her energy coming in there, she can be quite critical as well, with the Queen of Pentacles in a way, but they're just drawing on her positive energies at the moment, in the sense of the energy of taking action and getting things moving, basically, and just like. And just being open to shifting things around a little bit, experimenting, exploring, and that sort of thing. Now, love from your parents, no matter what your mother and your father love you as much as they can. So there may be something there with some of you, is that something may be coming in, and with the distance of travel and and whatever things. So if they're over in spirit, just knowing that they are there watching over you. The Queen of Cups, I feel like this is you. There may be something, and whether you're a male or a female energy, but being in that feminine energy, that calm, she's calm with her emotions. So there may be something going on with some of yous with your parents, that maybe if your parents are over in spirit, that you may be missing them. So this is why they're making this entrance here to come in, or this entrance or opportunity here to make that connection with you. And it may be that you may be missing your parents, and they are here anyway, still in this in this lifetime, and there may be something so that is preventing you from making contact with them, physically. So thankfully we have all this technology that we're able to make contact, at least it's something. But also I feel like some of you are maybe like you haven't made contact because there is something that may be going on. And so they're talking about, being calm, collected in your center yourself, ground yourself, and being aware of your emotions. But I do feel like also in that some of you are maybe intuitively picking up on them, and maybe genuinely concerned or worried about them. So, but I'm feeling like at the end, like this is being calm. I feel like they're just being in that calm, emotional state. With any of the relationships that you are around you, and some of you are maybe more in that space now. Some of you are maybe more working towards that space during October, or maybe get into that space. This is saying things are as you are unfolding this part of things, you'll be in that space to see everything a little bit differently. Now, and then we have this one, it's okay to be different, and the light that's literally shining your own light and being, we all have a different perspective about certain things with this Ace of Swords. So this is about you being in your truth, in your space, in your honor, making decisions that honor you, basically. And that you can live with yourself, for yourself. But it's also maybe you're making, some difficult choices in that. But I feel like there's a new, you being in your truth. There's a sense of victory in a way with some things for some of you. But definitely, through some of the choices that you've made, basically. Also here, there's a sense of, perspective in the way that you're thinking, doing things as well. So it's like, with the decisions that you're making for yourself. Brilliant. So some of you are maybe, looking at over in Fiji for something, because I was going to go but bulla is coming through. So I don't know why that's coming through, but bulla anyway. Someone's saying hello, or goodbye, or something. I've heard that expression before. So anyway, I'm just going to go over again and see what else we can pull out, what the cards come through here. So I feel like this is kind of obviously the overall energy, the first cards, and this is kind of maybe what is going on with you now. It seems to be the flow, because they're just, and then, what is the outcome in a way, and what could be the outcome, just not, it's just keeping an open mind. And these cards here, okay, we're just going to go this way. The Two of Wands, taking some action, taking steps and moving. So I feel like this is going to, in between, now and then, it's like there are some steps that have been, taken. So you've been taking some action and you're looking out, but there's something about moving on from that. So we, then the Six of Pentacles, which is in reverse here. So I'm going to turn that around. So the Six of Pentacles is I feel like this is more moving away, because this has got the Five here. You're seeing, all aspects of, what is up and out there, and noticing actually, acknowledging and noticing actually there is more out there, and I'm not going to stay in this space here, but I'm going to, I'm just going to explore and see what else is out there, basically. So, and I'm feeling like these here are to do with the chakras and balance, finding that balance, and, taking the next step with this Six of Pentacles, either into a new career, which will help, find that balance and be more, there's that prosperity, but also looking outside. It could be to do, like I say, with your health. You may be looking outside, or alternative options and things like that. Or you may be just going in and checking out, what is going on with you. Some of you, it's maybe about, in the health side of things, it could be about, you've maybe, you're looking at the way that you're taking food in, your diet, what you're eating, your exercise regime is shifting that, along those lines. And I'm just hearing, there's something being creative about doing things together as well. So they're also talking about, the financial side of things and the career side of things. There's shifting probably shifting in there as well in what you're doing, in the near future. The Five of Cups here, so there may be some emotional stuff that's going on here, that where they're talking about, and going into the self-pity stage here, like with the Five of Cups. But I do feel like this is like you starting to more see it and moving outside of that, and feeling, because this is what they're talking about sharing here, is like sharing what is going on, and opening up the relationship to for movement, is in, because the Queen of Wands is here to help encourage that energy to like shift out so you can move on, and through this sharing, because nobody's going to know what's really going on if you're not going to be not going to open up about what is going on. But I do feel like some of you is like, this is like, just letting go. There's like something that maybe you will come up, but this Queen of Wands energy is here to help you move through that, to, just to like lift your energy and to bring in that. And what I'm hearing is like blend it together. So use that as your fuel to motivate you or to get you moving into the certain direction. The Seven of Cups here, like this is about, going for your dreams, basically, not your nightmares. So, it's like going for your dreams. I feel like, because the Seven of Cups is quite often like there are a lot of cups full, but there are some that are tipped over. But I feel like this is like looking forward into what you want rather than what you don't want, basically. So it's like there is a lot, there is something going on there, and like love from your parents. And it's like maybe you're feeling, that, in this some sort of despair, or have been. It's like, and I feel like your parents are there to say, like, chin up, buttercup, and go out there and achieve what it is that you need to achieve for you. But I do feel like this could be something about relationships with this Five of Cups as well. But there is, there's something moving there with you on an emotional level, which is really, really awesome. So, but it's like, in your dream, your parents are saying, achieving your dreams. I feel like they're saying that with this Queen of Cups, and this is you being in control of that, or taking charge of your emotions, basically. The Hermit, yes, you've gone in within. This is also about going within, and with that, it's like, and maybe things have been changing around you since, for a little bit there. I'm going to take another one out of here. No, I'm not going to take another one out of there. I'm going to take one from this one. So they're talking about that one. So this stick here. So I'll just give it a little bit of a more shuffle here. With the Hermit, going within and being okay. So get you to this point with your perspective, because it's okay to be different. Okay, so maybe some of you are making, doing something that is totally out of the realm compared to maybe what you are used to do or usually do with whatever you're choosing to do. It could be with work. It could be like with anything, with just with your in life in general, whatever it is. But this is about you being in your truth, basically. And I feel like there's some time that you've already, like, so say some of you have already gone within and you've come to a conclusion about that. So whatever it is with your point of view. Oh, Lady Luna's magic. So synchronize with lunar time and energy. So this is, I feel like, really important for many of us, is to understand our lunar body, as how it's connected energetically with the moon cycles and the planetary interplanetary cycles. So it's becoming more people are more taking notice of that now, which is like, an old school tool, from our ancestors. They're obviously making a connection with us to be more in tune with ourselves, with everything that is going on in this world. So whether, and there are a lot of people, that are making these adaptations and making their own choices with this and that. So whatever is going on with you, there is something about, connecting in with, the moon energy and times in, natural time cycles there. So, and synchronize with that, because you will find, in my experience anyway, things start to, like, when we're connected more within ourselves, with or without the moon cycle, on saying that, but you'll find it'll be deepen your experience with you, and getting to know your body, yourself, what rocks and what doesn't rock with you, it's all positive at the end of the day, because it helps us to be able to understand that. Take time out when our body is not really, absorbing, information or energy or anything. And it's like, okay, we need to take time out, need to rest, need to learn to say yes or no, and planning our times in a different way to what we normally do. Anyway, and finding what works for you basically is where I feel like they're talking about here. So Lady Luna's magic here was the last card. So anyway, that's absolutely beautiful. This is such a nice, keeping things moving, and momentum basically is the word that I'm getting there. So anyway, I'm going to leave that with you for now, Cancer. So for this month, this is for the month of October 2021. So I hope that resonates with you. Please let me know if it does. Even if it's like during next month, it's like it may be that's something that you may look back in this video for next month and go, okay, I get that now. But for whatever reason, do let me know how it pans out. So on that note, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do that now, or leave me a thumbs up, a like, and or a comment. Okay, bye for now. We'll see you mid-month.